welcome to Sugar Kane's podcast where we talk about anything and everything. I'm your host Graciella and today we are starting a brand new segment called Speaking the Unspeakable. And our topic for today is about Gen Z and mental health. So, let us invite our guest speaker for today, the Gen Zest Gen Z that I know, Dilla!
Hi everyone! My name is Dilla and I'm here as a guest at Sugar Cane.
Yeah, so basically she is the most Gen Zest person that I know. So yeah, I invited to my show. Okay, so Dilla, it's a pleasure. It's such an honor to have you in the show today.
It's an honor to be here.
So how are you? How is life?
I'm doing so. Life has been treating me quite well, except for the midterm projects.
Yeah, okay, I can relate to that.
But overall, I'm fine.
Okay.
But how are you?
Well, I'm fine as well, even though there are some obstacles that I'm facing right now. So everything is also so. Okay. So we are going to talk about Gen Z today. We know that people sometimes have stereotypes about Gen Z. What's one stereotype that you've heard of and you know that it is definitely not true?
Maybe one that Gen Z is seen as weak or as lazy because you know how in the workplace Gen Z are more opinionated about the money they receive or the time they are giving to the company. But older generation don't understand that because they think that you should work hard even if the pay is low. But Gen Z are not like that.
Yeah.
We prioritize our mental health, physical health,
Work-life balance.
exactly. that's one stereotype that I think is not true at all.
Okay, so right now, if you could describe your mental health this week in one word, what would it be?
I would say it's fluctuated maybe because it has its ups, it has its downs, but
Like a roller coaster.
yeah, like a roller coaster. You just never know when it's going up or when it's going down.
Okay, so now let us dive deeper into the topic of Gen Z and mental health. So, from your perspective, what is the biggest mental health challenge that Gen Zs frequently face?
I think anxiety. Yeah, because I think older generations, of course, grew up with technology, but they did not grow up with technology like us, like we did. Because once we were born, the technology we had are more far advanced than they had, and I think it contributes some anxiety to us because everything with the technology is rapidly going and it's gonna go even bigger. And for that, I think Gen Z tries to follow with that trend but fail, and it can make them think and feel more anxious than most.
Yes, and sometimes those anxieties built up and became a panic attack, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And do you think, you said that the struggles that we face as a Gen Z and the older generations are different?
Yes.
As well, do you think, it has a significant difference between them?
I would say yes because older generation has other struggles, of course, but they don't have the struggle that we grew up with. For example, our life is so much more on social media rather than older generation who didn't have social media to grow up with. I'd say the struggle isn't the same, but it is still a struggle.
How about Gen Zs with Gen Alpha, the younger generation?
Well, since I've never really met a Gen Alpha before. My brother is the youngest Gen Z, so I never really met a Gen Alpha. But I think it's quite different as well. But But we'll see because Gen Alpha are still like kids, and Gen Z are like young adults to adults. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, like you said before, like social media and technology is one of the things that factors into our mental health. So, what do you think about the relationship about mental health and social media itself? Do you agree that like social media has a very big impact on mental health?
Yes, definitely. I think social media has a significant impact on mental health because but when you see stuff on social media on the internet, you'd feel like, oh, I need to be like that. I need to do that. But sometimes it's okay to just not follow the trend. Just go with the flow, not the flow people are going with. I think social media has a really, really huge impact on mental health, but it comes back to yourself because how are you going to olah the content that you see?
Yeah.
How are you going to perceive the content that you see? So I think it always comes back to ourselves.
Maybe like same as you, I have the same opinion. Like because like mental health is also terkait dengan cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Because when like there are cyberbullying on the internet, on the social media, sometimes it affect our mental health as a person because we sometimes like question ourselves whether we are worthy to the public or not.
Exactly. That's why I think you have to be smart to use social media and to browse the internet.
Okay, so how do you personally take care of your mental health? And who or what is your biggest support system?
How I take care of my mental health? I usually retail therapy. Retail therapy is like the best therapy. Of course. I usually, whenever I feel down, I scroll to Shopee or like go to the mall and just browse. And if I find something I like, I buy it. And if I see something that I like but I couldn't get that time, I would get it in the future when my mental health is down. Because retail therapy is such an addicting thing, you know. Like you just I don't know, like you just want to purchase stuff, and then when you purchase stuff, it makes you feel much better. I think it has something to do with the mental health, of course. It has something to do with our happiness chemical in the brain. I forgot what
The
it's called.
dopamine.
Yes, dopamine. Because every time you click buy, you just I feel so happy, especially when the package came.
Oh yeah, I really love doing the unboxing.
Exactly, like, oh, my package came. Oh, I need to unbox it right now. And it just hits you with a surge of dopamine that makes you so happy and so just feel delighted. That's why I think retail therapy, my number one. And my number two, how I take care of playing The Sims. Playing The Sims.
I can relate to that, but playing Stardew Valley.
Exactly. It's like after a long day, after a long week, and then you just play The Sims or Stardew Valley, you just like, oh, it lifts my mood up. Yeah. And what else do I do? Oh, definitely spend time with my family and friends. Sometimes we just chat, and also they're my biggest supporter, especially my mom. I always tell my mom everything. Shout out, mom. Basically when I'm feeling down, I just do retail therapy, play games, and talk to my family and friends to just let all of the hard week on me out to the world, you know. Yeah.
Well, I do it to my boyfriend. Even though, like, sometimes it kind of stressed him out because I was stressed. But, like, he's still like, semangat ya.
Of course.
That is, like, the cutest thing that I've seen when I'm, like, feeling down or, like, I'm stressful because of anything. Sometimes, like, even though I don't want to say it, sometimes he's like, just say it, it's okay. I want to hear what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
So yeah, he always like push me to speak my mind daripada I dipendem gitu.
So sweet.
Love you. Okay, so when it comes to Gen Z and mental health, do you think that it's important to talk openly about it?
Yes, I know the taboo older generation thinks that mental health doesn't really matter, but it does. It so does. Just like physical health, mental health matter as much because everything works here,
Yeah.
not just here. And it's just, I think it's really important to talk about your feelings, your mental health, because if you keep it to yourself, it's going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger until you cannot hold it in anymore. And it's and when you cannot hold it in anymore, it can cause fatality, of course. And that's why I think Gen Z are trying to break this taboo that we are allowed to speak about our mental health anywhere. Well, not anywhere, but like anytime at any given time because yeah, if you hold it in even more, the pressure is going to build up so much that you blow up, and it's not good for anyone.
Oh yeah, because what I know is that is the difference between us Gen Z and the older generations.
Yeah.
Because like the older generation, sometimes they are too hard on themselves. They don't speak their mind. They build up in themselves, and sometimes it became a generational trauma, right? Because they don't like speak their mind and do something about it, they kenanya di kita ya, as a Gen Z, as their children, because they are our parents, right? Mostly.
That's why I think it's really important that Gen Z right now are trying to break this stereotype that people should just keep to themselves. They shouldn't, because as we can see from other generations, we learn from other generations, right? As we can see, our parents are struggling to express their feelings,
Yeah.
to tell them like how they are doing. That hurts as kids and as younger generations to see that older generations are like putting themselves in a bubble that will break one day. And that's why, especially in the workplace,
Yeah.
mental health in the workplace, if you are lucky, your older generation boss would understand your mental health. But if they don't, they just push you and push you and push you to work until you die. So I think it's really important because we don't live to work or work to live. We work to have income,
To fulfill
to fulfill our needs and wants, not to die working. That's why I think it's really important.
Yeah, and kan die working lah. That is the older generations, because they thought like working to provide for the family is only their duty. So like they mostly like work hard, like even though they are sick, they are incapable on like handling things. Sometimes like they push themselves too hard until like they burn out.
And the thing is, whenever they do that, it always falls back to the kids.
Yeah.
Because the stress that they're feeling at work, they throw it at the kids. Exactly. So that's why I think mental health matters so much, especially when you are a parent.
Yeah.
And you have kids, especially little kids. Little kids absorb everything like a sponge. So whatever they see their parents doing, they will do it with their adults.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think it's really important. How many times have I said important? Yeah, I think it's really important for us to like break this stereotype that mental health is weak. It's not. It's really strong. You're strong.
You're strong. So we know like if society continues to ignore Gen Z's mental health, it's because like we talk things, we kind of want to talk about things, but sometimes like it like for them it depicts as an overreaction.
Oh yeah, I see. I always see it because my family, they used to think like that. Whenever I say, I feel sad, I feel depressed because high school was a really tough time for me, especially because it was COVID, right?
Yeah.
It was so tough, and every day we have like a different assignment, but it's all animation. So you know how I feel.
Yeah.
You know, you see. That's why I feel like I feel so down and depressed. But my family thinks, oh, what are you doing? It's only school. It's only school. Let's wait until you work. Like, no, I think we should take my mental health right now important, because if I cannot continue it, what will I be? Thankfully, though, my parents listened and they just gave support that I can do it, that I should just finish it, and that it's okay if I don't want to go to a design major. Like, I'm in English now. Because I couldn't do it with design, and after that, it's just my parents were really supportive. That's why when I said I didn't want to go to the design major and I wanted to go to English major, they said sure, because they know how important it is that to keep their kids mental health good. Because had they been pushing me to go to the design major, what would I be? Exactly. I would be here, but I would just mentally not be here because it's just so stressful for me. And yeah, basically that.
Same as me. Well, before like starting off here at Bunda Mulia University, I was in another university,
Yes.
right? At first, like I thought that I could handle it on my own. So I do my semesters there until the fifth semester that I couldn't take it anymore because like I didn't found a support system among my friends, and like I feel left out. I was like I don't have any friends back then. So when I talked to my parents, even though like they don't agree with me coming out from that university because like I only need 1.5 years left to graduate, but because I couldn't face it anymore, and my parents like okay, because they are pity me. So yeah, basically they let me do what I want, even though my father was very against it. But my father was very against of me quitting school. But my mom was still like, it's okay, we can start over. Like think what you want to do, and that what keeps me going. See, because my father, I don't have a good relationship with my father because my father was one of the people that has a hard
Hard time to express his feelings. I
so
see.
sometimes like my father always taught me like to man up, to like be who you are, even though like people don't like you, some sort of like that. But it's different with me because we experience it, and we experience it ourselves, not them.
exactly.
Gitu.
I get it.
See? Okay, so and finally to close our podcast today, if you could give one message to fellow Gen Z out there that struggles with their mental health, what would you say to them?
I would say don't quickly follow what you see on the internet. Follow what you're capable of. Go with the flow. You don't have to be the first CEO. You don't have to be the first billionaire in your family. I mean, it's a goal that you can set, but keep yourself safe. Because if you go too fast, too quick, it's going to burn you out. And I think that it's fine if you just go with the flow. Especially us right now, we are like in our 20s, we see that our friends are married, have children, work, but some of us aren't. Some of us are unemployed and, jobless. But it's alright because there's still a long time for us to figure out what we want, and I think that's really important. We have time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much, Dilla, for being here today and sharing your insights.
Thank you for inviting me. I had so much fun.
And to our listeners out there, remember that talking about your mental health doesn't make you weak, but it makes you human. Okay, so until next time, see you on the next episode of Sugar Cane's podcast.
Bye.